Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon. It's sunny afternoon, even though it's a little bit chilly in the air. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 25. The Lord will tear down the house of the proud, but he will set the boundary for the widow. The Lord will tear down. And this sense of tearing down is destruction. He will destroy the proud one, the one who exalts himself and thinks of himself higher than he should, the one that leans on their own understanding and they only acknowledge themselves as the one that they need to please. The Lord will bring destruction on the proud one. If you're in any uncertainty, know this: God is opposed to the proud. He's not proud. Even when he sent his son, he didn't demonstrate any sense of being proud. He disdains those who are proud and destroys them. So never become proud, because when you become proud, you become an enemy of God. The proud one is disdaining as far as God is concerned. And God will bring them down to their knees and bring them into destruction. But so different for the humble. And the illustration Solomon uses is the widow and her boundary. And the boundary was what was given to each nation, each part of the nation of Israel, the tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes were given a portion of land that they distributed amongst themselves. And so they all had a boundary. And each boundary had boundaries. They had markers. And one of the instructions was to not move your neighbour's boundary. But the widow who has no husband has now become vulnerable, and as a result of that, has the potential for someone to overpower her and cause her, in effect, a loss by taking her boundary post away and moving it somewhere else, so that she loses her land and therefore loses her possession and therefore is led into what you might call slavery. And so Solomon uses this idea of the widow's vulnerability and says that God will sustain the boundary of the widow. So the one who is vulnerable, humble, God will sustain. God loves humility. He loves that sense of wanting us to exalt him and to lower ourselves. And if we want to be friends with God, then we need to walk in the pathway of humility by doing the deeds that are humble and reflect the very things that Jesus himself reflected in the Father. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.